Well, hello, my loves, and happy Sunday to you. So today starts a new collage paper challenge. So we did that all last year, and it was so fun and so exploratory, and I just loved it. So I'm continuing on with that. And I started the collage paper challenge to use up my copious amounts of collage paper. So I'm not allowed to use any new collage paper. I'm not allowed to print any collage paper. I have to use what I have on hand, which is plenty. And it helps me get creative. It helps me think outside the box, stretch me, grow. And along with that, we have a specific color palette that we'll be using, and this will happen once a month, and I'll have the schedule available for you in the free subscriber library and in the membership if you're a member, and along with the color palettes that we'll be using. And then it also has the date that I'll be doing it for you, and then the words of inspiration. So last year we did shapes. So I had a color palette, I had my collage paper that I was supposed to use, and I had to use specific shapes. This is a little bit more freer, and all I have for inspiration is words. So I have my color palette, and so this month is, I love the color palette. It's very soft, but my word is new beginning because it's January. So I can create whatever inspires me from those kinds of things in my journal. Now, this will happen once a month, and again, I have specific dates laid out that I'll be doing that, and the color palettes you'll be able to download this in the free subscriber library or in the membership. And there's 2 pages of it. So 1 and 2. I think you can see that. So I'm looking forward to doing this throughout the year. I loved it. I loved the opportunity to stretch myself and think outside the box. And the color mixing is invaluable. So that is what I will be doing today. And New Beginnings is my inspiration and my color palette. Now, let's see. Before I dive in down here, a couple things. All the stencils that I used today will be on sale. The supplies will be linked below in the YouTube description box. All of that is also available in the monthly email, like in the monthly email weekly email that comes out. It gives you the link to the video. It gives you all the supplies and links in that email. So it's sent right to you. You've got all the stuff. So I have down below also, you can sign up for my newsletter that comes out once a week with the Sunday information in it. So that's available to you. Or you can sign up for the library or the membership. And speaking of the membership, today you have 24 hours. So the doors close tomorrow, January 20th. So you have, 24 hours-ish, the end of day tomorrow, to sign up for the membership. And we have had all kinds of people sign up, and it's super exciting. And I love watching new people come in and get excited and find new things and all of that. But we have so much content in the membership, and the Sunday inspirations alone, I do an additional instruction breakdown for just the members. So once I turn the camera on and you hear the music, the members get my explanation as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So there's that. There's monthly content. There's art challenges that help us grow every month. There's Q&As. There's live Zoom sessions. There's Backstage Pass, where I come in and tinker in my studio, and I just turn on the camera and you get to see me doing whatever I do in here, creating magic. All kinds of stuff. 3 years worth of content for you, waiting for you. So today, you've got about 24 hours left to sign up for the membership. So I hope I see you in the classroom. Okay, I think That is all I need to tell you. So let's take a look. So I have my color palette out here for the year and the date and the words that I will be using for inspiration. Now I want to show you where I got my color palettes from, because if you want, you can grab this book and play along with me using this book. Now I took the color palettes, but I did not take the photo, because these are, and put it in my handout, because these are her original photos and I didn't feel right. So I just was okay with the color palette, because I could have gotten the color palette anyway. But I chose this book because it's 60 beautiful color combinations based on vintage fabrics. And so each one has this inspiration, which I love, because this gives me ideas for creating. It was, and I wrote down how much it cost me. It was $18, 60 color palettes, and she's got a series of these. So the other one is I think more floral colors. But I am in love with this book. I just love it. So this is Simone Linehan, artist. Her name is Simone Linehan. She has several books out, several. She has amazing artwork and all that kind of stuff, but I got it on Amazon. It's not expensive. And the other thing too is it also has some really good explanations back here about color. Primary colors, tertiary colors, secondary colors, what's complementary, what's analogous, low intensity versus high intensity colors, monochromatic color palettes, all different kinds of information. Very valuable information. Look at that. Look how fun that is. I love it. Okay, so I am working from this book, and I took those color palettes and put our sheet together. So I will refer back to this book when I create, because I'm using this also as inspiration. Now what I did do was, so I took this color palette, and it says color inspiration number 001. That's color inspiration numbers. In case you decide to get the book, this gives you the number, the color palette number, so that you can go to it in the book and use the photo for inspiration if you choose. I'm just saying, I'm letting you know what I'm working from. Okay. Okay, now I have my journal out here, and I'm going to do this differently than I did last year. So normally I do a 2-page spread. I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to do 1 page. I'm going to use one for my color mixing and notes, and one for my actual creation. And this is part of me. So my word for the year is release, and letting go of an expectation to do a full page layout, and letting go and releasing this imperfection piece of having perfect pages. That is not what I want my journal to be. It's not what I want my life to be. There's just so many things in release that I have, in my soul that I want to live out this year. So being able to do my color mixing and color work over here, and then creating over here, I've got both of those here in my journal, and I can refer back to them over and over and over again. So that's what I will be doing. Then I have gone to my collage papers, and so let me go back to the book. And one of the things too is some of the colors aren't quite exact with the scan. So this looks really gray, but this is actually sage, more of a sage color. These two colors, and these look really gray in the handout. So that's the other reason why I want to have the book on hand as well. So I went with those colors in mind. I went searching. Now I don't have a whole lot of sage green colors. I have a few, but what I can do, part of the rules, is I can add a wash over some of these colors that match. That's okay. I'm not creating any new collage papers. I'm just going over the ones that I already had. And I'm not sure why I pulled this one. Maybe this was a mistake. Because it's more teal than green. So, I don't know. But I have that out. And then I did have some vintage wallpaper that was in my bucket. I'm not printing anything new. That had a lot of the same colors, maybe not the same value, so it's a little brighter, but I think these will work, and it's vintage wallpaper, so that inspires me. Same with this one. This had some of those same colors in it. And what I like is I have my neutrals in here too. I've got some blacks and some browns, and then whites. We can use, and I should say, our color palette plus neutrals. And then I just started pulling some other colors because this is like a maroon or a burgundy kind of. And so I could do a wash over this one and get close. I don't have much of that color. Same with this. I thought maybe I could do a wash over it. It's got some interesting pattern. I could do a wash over that. This was fun because I found this, and it's pretty similar to my pink here. Same with some of these other lighter ones. I could, and even the dark, I could do a wash of either lighter or darker on these ones, and it would work out because it's kind of in the same color family. Same with that. That's pretty close, but not quite. And another option here. So those are what I have pulled from my stash of collage paper that I will possibly use. Then I just pulled out my buckets, my little buckets, or I have little buckets and bowls everywhere of collage paper, and I'm going to use these. There's plenty of collage paper in here, neutrals to go in the background. It'll all be good. I have no idea what I'm going to create, but I feel some release and some freedom knowing that I'm just going to be creating this side. So it'll be quick and easy, and I love that. And do my experimenting over here. Now, move that out of the way. I'm going to go to my inspiration here. So I am going to I'm going to use olive green. Not exactly sure what's happening here. There we go. So I'm going to use olive green and add some blue to it because it's got a little bit of that sagey color. So I'm probably going to add a hint of cerulean blue to my green, just a tiny bit is what I'm thinking. Pink, that's an easy one for me. I can do magenta and lighten it way up to, and then for this I'm going to do magenta and add black to it. And then this is a neutral, so I can take like all my regular colors, mix them together to make mud, and then lighten it up to get a neutral, I think, is what I might do for this. Because it's a different color, brownish color. It could be that I lighten up my raw umber too. And then black or a dark, brown. Blacks and whites, those are the colors that I'll be using to mix with. And then, I forgot I gotta get my stencils. Okay, I had my stencils on the floor on the other side of my desk. So I chose vintage wallpaper stencils. because of the theme of this book, vintage wallpaper. So I guess I can put that like that. This one's pretty gunked up. I may have to get a new one to get a clean image, but I'm going to use those, and these will all be on sale this week. And then I have, not that one, I have a couple number ones that I've been using regularly, numbers and letters. And then a couple just simple patterns. And these are all 5x8s. I don't know what I'll use of these yet. I know that I'll use the vintage wallpaper ones, but the others I'm not exactly sure about. Okay, got the papers. I got, and I have some intention to use a brayer for the background is what I'm kind of thinking right now. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try. And then that's all I know. That's really honestly all I know. I want to just get here, turn on some music, and create my page. But first I'm going to do some color mixing, and then we will create our page. So that is my plan for Sunday, for today. And I hope that if you haven't checked out the membership, that you do. You've got one more day to sign up, and then the doors will be closed until September. Okay, all of this information will be in the subscriber library and in the membership, just FYI, with links and everything. So, and then also there'll be a link down below if you don't want to go to the library and you don't want to sign up for the membership, then there's a link to the blog. Okay, I'll stop talking and get creating. I hope that your Sunday is restful and peaceful. I hope that this practice inspires you. My goal is to give you opportunity to create no matter what is going on in your life. And I know I need that right now. And so something like this, simple, that I can show up and have some parameters and just play, is where all of the spark happens, is when we just show up to do something. So that's what I'm doing today. And I hope that you get an opportunity to do the same. All right, my friends. I hope your Sunday is restful and peaceful, and I hope that you always, always know that you are loved.